Hey, Knight. Hey, Tunist. Hey, Knight. Hey, Tunist.
Shit.
Why is my controller not connecting? And why is the game acting up? Game. Hello? Oh, fuck. Hold on, chat. Ah. Is my PC literally on the fucking controller wire? Oh, no. Ah. Get off the wire, controller. Ah. Ah, that explains so much. That explains so much, chat. Oh, God. Wire is on something it shouldn't have been. Where is that USB port? There we go. Whoa! Oh, God. Whoa. Can we go back to the main menu, please? I don't want to activate that. I don't want to. How am I holding up? I don't know. My game's fucked, I think. Uh-oh. Oh, chat. Give me a moment. I'm solving stuff. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again, chat. I think the machine spirit is unpleased. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think, chat. Very worried. Very worried. Is it because I installed it on the fucking black box, not the PC itself? If that's the case, we might be in trouble. I might have done an oopsie when installing this game. But I just have so much space on the other thing. Okay, there's the health warning. We're just gonna let it load. We're gonna let it load as it normally does. That's what we're gonna do. That's how Mom did it. That's how Dad did it. And that's how we're gonna do it. Love you. Oh, that's just perfect. The game's not even showing anything. Game. Game. Hello? It is not showing me the menus at all. Where the fuck am I? Oh. Am I in the mining deck? Okay, I fixed the settings. I think. You know what? Fuck it. We'll go from here. We'll go from here, chat. Fuck this. Oh, fuck. Okay. Sound effects are massively delayed. Oh, this game does not like being on an external hard drive, does it? Oh, I'm very worried. Okay, I think that fixed it. You think that fixed it, chat? I'm currently playing Deltarune and I'm having a miserable time fighting Birdly at the moment.
This is weird. 2 of the mining subducts are locked down, even though all systems are running. I'm gonna figure this out.
As I'm trying to make sure my game isn't having a goddamn seizure. My game crashed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh. Oh my fucking god. Hey, Super Gamer, how you doing? We're having a bad fucking time over here. My Dead Space game is just not doing okay. So now we have to move the folder. We gotta move everything over to the main fucking hard drive. Do you by any chance have incense? You know, I don't have my resident tech priest around. I don't have Farva. I will let Farva know that the machine spirit has decided that arguing with me and being moody was the best idea of all time. I will inform him of that. Okay? I will inform him. He might be a little bit hesitant because I'm painting a Lucius, the Eternal model. And if you are a deep lore fan of the channel and of my Twitch streams, you know that Farva plays Mechanicus, Necrons, and Iron Hands. And since I'm playing his the Legion that directly fucked over his boys, he might be so inclined to allow the demon to fuck with my PC more. Just saying. Just saying. How you all doing? Aside from me having to exorcise the demons from my fucking, my external hard drive, which I don't know why this game has problems with the external. I really don't. Last time I ran it on this PC, it worked like a dream. And now, as I reinstall it, I installed it on the external hard drive, the Black Diamond hard drive that I got from a fan. And now I'm just sitting here, just like, why does it work with everything else but not you? Why are you the way that you are, Dead Space? Why do you hurt me? Also, yeah, I've been working on Emperor's Children, and that can be summed up as, God damn it. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Why does he have a fucking... Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. That's all I can do is trust the process, and it's just... It hurts. Hurts my body. Hurts my brain. As we sit here waiting for files. I'm sorry we have to wait for files, chat. I'm so very sorry. Is there any story for your warband for our Emperor's Children? Might have to leave soon. Hope the stream goes well. Well, if you have to leave, you gotta leave. No problem. Is there a story for my warband? My, I had a name for them. Princes of Excess. There we go. Yeah, I do have a story for them. I'm building it up. Not entirely ready yet, but it's coming along. It's coming along. Main color scheme is white primary, purple detail, purple secondary, and gold detail. As you saw with the Noise Marines that I've been showing off in the art channel and on my Blue Sky. I know a lot of people have seen it, because some of y'all still are on Twitter. Don't know why a lot of you are still on that hellhole site. Just doesn't make sense, because, like, what are you guys getting out of it? Unless you're paying money into a scam, your views are throttled. Like, they actively throttle views over there. Unless you're posting, like, clearly, horrific shit. I don't get anybody who still posts on Twitter. It's one of those things where it's just like, why? I don't get it. They're actively, if you're an artist, they're actively stealing your shit. If you're a content creator, you're literally not gaining any traffic. If you're paying for it, what are you paying for? Because they just proved that even if you're paying for it, they can just take it away. instantly. I don't get it. Like I'm not gonna call you a bad person if you have it, because that's dumb as shit. Calling someone a bad person for just having a Twitter. But like I'm genuinely curious as to why people are still hanging around it when the whole site is just a waste of everyone's time now. Actually, this brings it on to like another point that I want to talk about. Because, so for those that don't know, I did post a new video on TikTok, essentially like promoting the tournament video that I'm working on, and essentially trying to tell more people, hey, I'm not dead, I'm over here, like, come over to Twitch and YouTube, without saying Twitch and YouTube, because fuck you, TikTok, fuck you. And someone commented, hoping for YouTube and Twitch to die so that way you come back. That, it's very hard to tell where this person was coming from. I feel like they were coming from a place of like, we genuinely miss you, we want you to come back, please come back. But I stated the very obvious reasons as to why I left TikTok. It doesn't pay Canadian content creators. The political situation around it was messy and gross. And personally, I don't like that they kowtowed and went under the desk of the man currently threatening my country. So, yeah. I made it very clear why I left. And getting those kinds of responses, to me, even though I know they don't mean this, I know they probably didn't mean this. But when I see those kinds of responses, it feels like, hey, please suffer for my entertainment. And not in the fun way. Like, do the things that you hate and make you absolutely miserable and that don't support you, so that way I get what I want. And I know that's not what they meant. I know that's not what they intended, but that's how it came off. Especially with the broader context of the video in general. I'm sorry, Dead Space makes me deep and philosophical and just like makes me go into deeper topics like this. Okay, that's a bit intense. Well, you gotta remember, if Twitch and YouTube fail, so many content creators like myself are fucked. Like, we're straight fucked. Because I make my living making videos and content. And it's rough when people are rooting for the platforms that you use to be destroyed. It's rough. Now, like, does this come down to, like, now, I know, like, people are going to say, like, oh, well, haven't you cheered on, like, content creators being fucked over? I've cheered on bad people getting their comeuppance for being bad people. Kick as a platform, like, when it comes to other platforms like Kick and stuff, my problem isn't that they're a new platform to make content on, it's how they choose to do it, who they choose to promote, and how skeevy they are. I would totally love another platform that can challenge YouTube and Twitch. In fact, I'm on Moonbeam, but I'm waiting for Moonbeam to essentially lift off. Because Moonbeam is creator made, creator funded. And I've seen those pop up, and I am excited for it, but I'm cautiously optimistic for it. But right now, I'm stuck with Twitch and YouTube, and Twitch and YouTube are the only things that are paying the bills. And if those two things die, a lot of people don't seem to understand that if they go bye-bye, we go bye-bye. And it's not just a simple pick it up somewhere else, because I already showed why it was a pain in the ass to pick it up and go somewhere else, kind of a thing. And that shit sucks. Just saying. And it's really, really rough when people say and do that. Like, hey, hoping your business burns down so you can come back over here. And now the obvious question is like, well, what will get you to come back to TikTok? For one, how about you support Canadian content creators? Because we get horrifically fucked over. Two, how about you fucking apologize for being a piece of shit and, giving everyone a fucking panic attack? Like those creators who do make a living off your app. How about you apologize to them? Because you scared everyone for 6 months and then kowtowed immediately to the guy who started the ban in the first place and grow a fucking spine. Like that's... And then, yeah, maybe I'll consider it. And maybe don't throttle people's content when they're promoting their other content. Because TikTok as an app, just... it's not fulfilling when it comes to content creation. And the way how its algorithm and how it wants its content to be made, set up, distributed, and thrown around, it leads to quick burnout. And I am not the kind of person who's just like, oh, I'm going to throw on some cute music in the background and like put on like several goddamn filters, especially like AI generated filters, because fuck AI generation. I'm not that kind of person, and I hate doing that. And stop shadow banning creators. Exactly. Stop the shadow bans. Also, stop pushing people to like the really weird and creepy content of quote unquote alpha male bullshit. Because like that's what TikTok will do if you're not actively curating your feed. It will push you to those groups. It's been proven. And it's bullshit and it's disgusting. Fix all of that and I might consider it. But until then, all my shit's on YouTube. All my shit's on Twitch. I am here. TikTok gets my scraps, i.e. trailers, and that's it. I'm sorry about, like, going deeper into this and, like, talking about this really depressing stuff. It's just something that's been on my mind since I've gotten back. And, like, it's frustrating as a content creator when you're dealing with people that don't seem to understand or can't comprehend the problems of being a content creator. And I understand that, like, it's very hard for people that aren't in this space, that aren't doing this job, to, like, understand the complexities and the intricacies of this job. Did I freeze? It's very hard for people. Sorry, I froze for a second there. It's very hard for them to understand how this job works, what this job entails, and what exactly is going on. Because what most people see is what's on the camera. You guys don't see the bills that stack up in the background. You guys don't see the living conditions of the streamer, unless it's Asmongold, who, holy shit, what a fucking creature he is. And not in the fun way. You don't see a lot of the personal stuff that goes on in the background unless we, the creator, tell you what's going on. And I'm always trying to be as open and transparent with my audience. Not to the point where, like, I'm just giving you all my details, but letting you know what's going on with me mentally, emotionally, and physically. So that way you guys know, like, I'm alive, I'm okay, things are just going to be a little bit different for a little bit, and then we'll get back to how things work. But no one is online 24/7. No one is no one is constantly on the grind on the computer. So everyone's not seeing everything. They're not hearing everything. And especially since I told people constantly that I'm leaving and going somewhere else and that they need to fucking go there, a lot of people just didn't follow because they either didn't see, or as some people put it, I don't have YouTube and Twitch. I don't know how you don't fucking have YouTube or Twitch. Like, I don't get it. You have TikTok, but you don't have YouTube? Like, that's very weird to me. I get it. Some people are just like, I don't want YouTube. Like, but at the same time, like, you're on TikTok. What do you mean you don't have a YouTube? Like, it's that you narrow your eyes at them like, what? Like, it's confusing. It's confusing to my tiny mole brain. But, like, as Knight said, yeah, like, I also got shadow banned because how dare I mention YouTube? How dare I mention Twitch? How do you have a TikTok but not YouTube? Exactly right! Like, at the end of the day, YouTube and TikTok are the same thing. They're both video content creation places. It's just that TikTok has a vertical scroll feed. And I argue makes a lot more slop content than actual constructive, fun content. Not entire. No, I said it has a lot more. Not that it's solely that. There are very talented people on TikTok. Extremely talented people. Like, Socialist, Red Panda, Panda Red, I mean. Panda the Red. And tons of Warhammer content, like, painting content creators that I know, that I am acquaintances with. But, like, as a creator, it is very jarring to me when you say, oh, I don't have a YouTube, but you're on TikTok. The fuck do you mean? I understand not enjoying Twitch. I understand that, like, streaming isn't for everybody. My live streams are not for everybody. But what's the fucking difference between me recording myself on a couch or me recording myself in my office and making an edited video about the same fucking topic? What the hell's the difference at the end of the day? Aside from, like, the visual difference. Everything is not for everybody. Exactly. Everything is not for everybody. But at the same time, like, if you enjoy how I do things, if you enjoy me as a content creator, it's jarring to my brain that you're not willing to go to places to enjoy me where I am at. Because it's like a slap in the face, right? Like, I enjoy you, but I'm not going to go over there. Why not? I told you, I gave you the reasons as to why I don't like it over here. And I'm giving you an opportunity and letting you know that I'm over here now, where if you enjoy me and want to support me, you can do that. Like, then people wonder why creators just, like, fall off the face of the earth. Because, like, oh, I didn't follow them, so, like, I enjoyed them, but I didn't follow them. Why not? It literally takes 2 taps. Or, like, a few clicks. It literally takes nothing. It's genuinely like mind-boggling how some people work and think. Like, I'm a 40k SCP and Trench Crusade fan, and MLP does not interest me, and it is okay. Not where I'm going. Not where I'm going with that. It's just, it's weird. It's very weird to my brain. Because if you support somebody, if you want to see more of their stuff, you usually, like, go to the places where you can see their shit. And it's very weird to me that people don't do that. And no, I did not come off hostile in that TikTok video at all. Like, I was not blaming the followers. I was not blaming people. I was blaming the corporation that runs TikTok for all my problems with it. And that was it. That was the only place I was putting blame. But I still got those weird comments where they were hoping that the places that financially support me and pay me fail, so I come back to a place that made me, where I told them, made me miserable. And that's not a good feeling at all. That, like, I'd argue that's like, I'd argue that's abusive behavior. Because you were hoping for bad things to happen, so I come back to a place that made me miserable. That other people come back to a place that might or might not have made them miserable. And I don't know. Like, I don't have steady enough connections to talk with other content creators about shit like this. Because, like, we're all busy. We're all very busy people. It is a chore. I shouldn't say a chore. It is a challenge to even get all my friends in the collab den to, like, come on stream and chat and hang out. Because they're all busy. They're all dealing with their own private lives. And yeah, like, if they're busy and dealing with their own lives, it's hard to deal with it. Also, I think Dead Space is ready to go now. Is it? Can I finally play Dead Space? Are you gonna work now? Are you gonna work? So I can play my fucking game? I'd like to play the game, please. People came to see me fight Necromorph. Now you want to work. Okay. Jesus Christ. I haven't played this game in 2 years? What the fuck? There we go. Now the game is working. All right, okay, all right. It's all working now, chat. It's all working now.
This is weird.
Is my game turned the fuck down? One sec. Right, I was showing Phoenix a thing and my volume was down. Oops. My cat demands my attention. One sec. Yes, I hear you, Sarah. You cannot sit on the chair. The chair is mine. Chair is mine. Yes, hello. Hi. You're cute. You cannot sit on the chair. Chair is mine.
Two of the mining subducts are locked down, even though all systems are running. I'm gonna figure this out.
Ooh. Yes, hello. Hello, my little kid. My game crashed again! Fuck! Okay, fuck that. We're gonna switch over to Halo. Halo works. We're playing Halo. Fuck the lot of you. Comfort me, cat. Comfort me. Playing Halo. Fuck this. I'm mad. I am now mad. What are you doing, cat? Why is it coming out of the fucking speakers? Okay. No, Sarah. No, fuck. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Oh boy, we're back to tech issues shit! Oh, it's beautiful and causes me headaches. Ugh. I'm not angry. I'm just upset. We're playing Halo. Oh, but announcer, didn't you do Halo with fucking Lost in Spirals and all that stuff, and you had a lot of fun with her? But like, you didn't. Most of this game crashes on me too. Hi, SG. I'm losing my goddamn mind. You.
How's it going,
You.
Martha?
Give me your pistol.
Stand by.
Give me your pistol.
Relax. Check
Give
the
it!
targets, watch the crossfire. They're in standard formation. Little bastards up front, big ones in back. Good luck, Cairo.
Field of fire on that bulkhead. As soon as that door opens, let them have it.
Get fucked.
All hands, report to battle.
Down there.
Orders, Habitat Alpha.
Ah. The mine is a terrible thing to lose. I misplaced mine. Still looking for it. Well, you should probably find it.
Get an angle on that thing.
Told me to when I came out.
Brace for impact.
Over there.
Gimme. 69, nice. Also, I saw someone ask what Dead Space was about while I was going on my tirade about why TikTok is bad and annoying and people being weird. Dead Space is...
Hey, check it out.
Dead Space is a
The
series
multi-zone
about
equals
where
Malta, what is
a
your status? Over.
I don't believe it! They're retreating!
humanity
We won!
finds a very dangerous rock. Very dangerous rock called a marker. And that marker gives off an incredible amount of energy and
This is
power.
bad. Real bad.
But it also gives off a signal that, quoting the games, if you're a smart person, if you're a big brain person, it puts a blueprint in your mind to make more. While for everyone else, it just drives you fucking insane. Because it's a constant noise. It like, basically,
No problem here.
it fucks with your head. It fucks with your head directly and actively. To the point where you either become homicidal or You know, the baddest. And once a certain amount of bodies have been piled up,
Uh-oh. Like a living in the Athens.
the marker starts
Cortana,
rewriting the
assessment.
necrotic tissue,
Inside the Athens.
creating things called necromorphs.
A bomb.
And they sure as hell brought
They are
one here.
comparable to zombies.
Find it.
They are comparable to zombies. But unlike zombies, where there's a very clear weakness to them, just shoot the head. In Dead Space, necromorphs are reanimated corpses who will fuck you up. Their sole goal is to create more. They want to make more corpses.
Get the hell out of my armory, split lip! Oh!
And they do this until a certain threshold is met where they can begin a thing called convergence. What is convergence? Play the game to figure that out. But the game, the main series, follows a man named Isaac Clarke, who essentially he signs on to a mission called the USG Airship. He signs on to a repair mission to fix a ship called the USG Ishimura, because his girlfriend works aboard it, and if you're playing the remake, the remake essentially changes some things and expands upon a lot of other things that the original did. Because in the original, the very first version of Dead Space, Isaac did not talk. He was a mute. Because you were supposed to be Isaac.
I was almost on board when they showed up.
Don't worry, man. We're on it.
But,
Thanks, Chief. I owe you one.
how do I put this? How do I put this?
It's on me, brother.
So, Isaac signs on to this mission so that way he can reunite with his girlfriend and, see her again, talk to her. If you're playing the remake, it's very obvious that
Fire Control Center.
something was
They have a
very
bomb.
wrong.
Can you defuse it?
Yes, but I'll need the Chief's help to make contact with the detonator.
Chief, get
something
to the bomb.
happened in their
Double time.
relationship that caused
Cortana,
him to,
prioritize targets and fire at will.
go,
First echelon,
go
you're
see
with
her
me.
physically
Flank
and
those
talk.
cruisers. Take them out one
Whereas
by
in the
one.
original, it was
Second
just
echelon, keep those
nah,
carriers
my
busy.
girlfriend is working on a ship that went dark. And, just mysteriously went off the
I'm
map.
going loud.
Isaac and his crew find out that the Ishimura went dark because they found the fabled marker and brought it aboard. And shit went nuts. Shit went bad real fucking quick. So much so that the captain was killed. And the entire plot of the game is you just trying to make sure that you can find Nicole, Isaac's girlfriend, make sure the Ishimura doesn't fucking explode, and essentially trying to figure out what the hell happened.
The carriers are breaking through, sir. They're
That's
heading straight
essentially
for
the plot of
cargo.
Dead Space.
Cortana, concentrate your fire on the first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second. Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
And I made reviews on Dead Space with terrible audio quality. I've only done Dead Space Remake and Dead Space 3. I didn't do Dead Space 2. Because Dead Space 2 is a game that everyone's talked about to death.
Blew through the Malta's debris.
And I feel like I wouldn't have added anything. I wouldn't have added like shit to the conversation. But Dead Space is one of my favorite horror series of all time.
Just so you know,
and
there are quite a few
EA
ways guarding the bomb.
just
You may need to
continues
get
to fuck it
creative.
over. Ooh, shit. Don't spill the water. But yeah, Dead Space is really fun. It sucks that EA just continues to not do anything with it. And just... They treat it like it should be doing as well as Battlefield when it's never been that, and they should stop doing that.
The message just repeats. Regret. Regret. Regret.
Catchy. Any idea what
It's
it
a lot
means?
of things that a lot of game companies need to understand that, like, certain games just aren't going to be
Wake up.
Battlefield and Call of
Shake it
Duty.
off, Marines. Clear the crash site. Go, go, go.
They're not going to be Fortnite. Especially a single-player experience. Like Dead Space.
That hurts, Chief. That hurts real bad. Whoa.
Is not going to be, they're not going to be like these massive, time sinks for people. For Dead Space Remake, it was... You were getting a new perspective on Dead Space, like a revamped, rebuilt Dead Space 1 with really good graphics and a really interesting take on the story of Dead Space.
If they didn't know we're here before, they do now. Ease that word, son. Here they come. Up high.
Where do I put this? I'm like trying to find ways to like talk about this.
You should carry things with you.
But like, once you completed the campaign, the only reason to go back through it was to, for the remake at least, was to complete an optional objective, which gave you an alternate ending. And by the way, like, the alternate ending is like, hey, it gives you a better reason as to Isaac's state of mind when you get into Dead Space 2. It gives further context for Dead Space 2, which is really
We got
good.
jackals in the courtyard.
And it allowed you to go through the game again and see things, like, start seeing things in, like, how Isaac was acting from other people's perspectives. Because the original Dead Space, just straight up called you insane without ever showing you why you were insane. Until, like, the very end of the campaign. And didn't elaborate. Whereas this one does
Heading over
elaborate
the rooftops.
if you play New Game Plus, which I really like the dichotomy of it. Because you're hearing from Isaac's perspective in the original main story, while in New Game Plus, you're starting to hear things from everyone else's perspective. You're hearing what Isaac is actually saying.
There'll be another battle come along.
you're hearing why his team starts getting a little bit worried about his behavior.
Across the street, down low.
But, like, he's just, you know, he's going through it like the rest of us, kind of a thing. And then it starts getting really concerning. But in a fun and interesting way that actually expands upon Dead Space and
Eyes up!
actually is a very good take on the series and the story. And why, these people should have been allowed to fucking cook the Dead Space 2 remake. Actually, that's something else that, So, I'm very interested in playing Call of Duty Cold War and Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I'm very interested in it. Because apparently, there's a lot of good shit in those games where they should have just let the fucking developers cook. I'm very interested in that shit. I like it when creators are allowed to cook. Allowed to cook in the kitchen, you know?
My girl's a little
I
big
like
for that
Call of Duty
courtyard,
Black
Sergeant.
Ops.
I see
I like
a good
Black Ops
LZ on
too.
the other side of
And
these buildings.
although
Meet
3
you there.
was
Over. Copy that.
an aneurysm,
Satchel on the gate.
I will never decry its gameplay. I thought its gameplay was pretty fucking good. Because the story was insane as shit. And with an unneeded, with a twist that was like,
Stand back, Marine. Let
what?
the chief show you how it's done.
What the fuck?
Second
And the only
squad,
way to
this
get
is
the
Cortana.
actual story of what the fuck was going on was,
Operational, ma'am.
there's
Barely.
a,
Our pilot's
when
been
every
late.
mission starts, it gives you, like, the
Find a
mission
hole,
name,
stay put.
people that
We'll
are
come to
operating
you.
in it. But it gives, like, a really fast text crawl and picks out the names from that. And it's just, like, you gotta slow that shit down and then read through that. Because that tells you the story
Sergeant, I need you
and
on
tells
that
you,
bird.
oh,
Ma'am.
My
You're
Pelicans
dead.
Start airlifting armor and reinforcements.
you're not
Don't need
actually
an escort
playing
to hit
as
the
your
parade,
character.
so we'll have some ground fire.
You're playing as a guy who's already lived through this. And, it's like, how the fuck do you explain this? How do you explain Black Ops 3? It's so weird. Like, it goes into, like, AI and how it fucks with your head and everything. And it's just like, what the fuck kind of a thing? Like, not like a good what the fuck. It's more of a, what drugs were you on when writing this? Because every mission you play through up to the last one is you reliving the guy who was training you. You were reliving his memories of events that happened before you were even recruited. And how essentially, like, you guys were, like, sent to investigate an AI that drove your friends insane. And then you're playing as your trainer. You're playing as the guy who trained you. And the last missions where you're actually playing as him, trying to stop the AI from unleashing Nova 6, a chemical compound that was a major driving point in Black Ops 1, but was only brought up at, like, the tail end of this game for some reason, because we had to raise the stakes.
Glad you could make it. Crash site's on the other side
Only
of this
for
hotel,
you to
Chief.
go through this,
Covenant are crawling all over.
albeit
Follow me.
awesome section where, like, you're fighting in your brain,
Stay out of sight.
while trying to fight this AI, who's like, who's using you to get to the CEO of this company that made it, because it's convinced it's going to find, like, it's Eden, but as the CEO reveals, that place isn't real. It's a place where it's a trigger word for hypnotic brainwashing on agents that work for the company and those who work for the CIA to calm them the fuck down, because their robotic implants have a bad tendency to drive them fucking insane.
Okay, but I get to choose the station. No class.
I'm in, Chief.
The highest concentration of Covenant troops.
You
is
see how that's
directly
fucking
below the
weird?
carrier. I don't think they want you to get on board.
And like,
That bridge is the most
is
direct route
not
to the city center.
Black Ops?
Oh man, I love
Like, the story is a bunch of... Like, the story is fucking wild and all over the place
Cut
and
the
not
chatter.
good. But
You
at
got
least
trouble.
it was, like... It's weird, and then, like... Trying to explain to someone's, like, really weird, and you're just like, the story makes no sense. And, like, clearly needed another go on the rough draft. Hey, Aramis. But, like, at least it's better than no body, no kill. Which is, like, half of what Call of Duty has become now. No body, no kill. And I know, like, a lot of people are like, why are we talking about Call of Duty? Call of Duty's dumb. I like Call of Duty. I like it. I played Modern Warfare 1, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3. Is Call of Duty stupid? Yeah, it's stupid.
as much fun as you think.
Is its online community garbage? Yeah.
Watch it. Go.
But I enjoyed playing the campaigns. I enjoyed zombies.
I can't lie.
I didn't really enjoy zombies all that much,
Yeah, that's the way.
upon reflection. And, like, you didn't play Modern Warfare for the story. You played it for, you played it for cool action set pieces. You give us a fucked up story of Modern Warfare. And don't tell me you gave a shit about the story. Don't tell me you gave two fucks. Don't tell me that Ghost had a decent character. Nah, Ghost was cool because he was a fucking weirdo who wore a skull mask.
Yeah, nail the ghost.
But you know why you like Call of Duty Black Ops? You know why I enjoyed Call of Duty fucking Black Ops, chat?
Watch it.
Because Call of Duty Black Ops had the fucking balls to wake you up in a CIA torture chamber in the 60s, look you dead in the eye and say, hey, you remember World at War? Yeah, well, this game is canon to that. This is the sequel to World at War. And now you get to live through a conspiracy of how you're a brainwashed CIA agent who was captured by the Cubans during Operation
The
40,
carrier just launched a wave of pods.
or
They're
the Bay
inbound
of
on your
Pigs,
position.
as many would say. Shit. And how
Come on, let's give him some help.
you are being interrogated because guess what, motherfucker? You did a lot of bad things, and now we're gonna like pry into your fucking skull about what you did. So that way we can find out where this broadcast that's broadcasting a series of numbers is coming from. So that way Russia doesn't, like activate a dangerous chemical compound that was made by the Nazis in World War II to murder Americans on American soil that you helped take part in. They straight up accuse, like, your character of probably murdering Kennedy. It's that kind of insane, dude. It's that kind of fucking all over the place. And I'm living for it. Because it takes itself just seriously enough where you're just like, oh, I actually give a shit. While at the same time being such insane bullshit that it's fun. Also, that Russian sergeant that you fought with side by side with in World at War, Reznov, oh yeah, he's a major character in this game. And that's really cool. And like, you aren't expecting like half the twists that come out of the game. You're not expecting it. Because like, can you trust your main character and believe what he says? Because the interrogators sure as fuck aren't. And like, slowly you're piecing together what's going on and what happened. Because as you're playing as Mason, you start playing as a guy named Hudson. And Hudson's supposed to be like his handler, his boy, his guy. Who's like making sure like, hey, yeah, Mason's good, Mason's okay. And like, you're doing the other side of the missions that Mason's supposed to be doing.
Up to the bridge. It's full of rats, if you know what I mean. But it beats swimming.
And eventually it's just like,
I've been analyzing the Covenant tactical chatter. They're surprised, confused.
it all comes together in like the third to last mission of the game, Rebirth Island. Haha, funny,
but it does help explain
spot on, being funny there, Activision, with the naming convention. Haha, get it? Because you're reborn on this island because you're going through all this shit. And that you have a new understanding, kind of a thing, like your ideals are reborn on this island, and your understanding is fixed. Because, like, it's revealed, because Mason, throughout Mason's side of the campaign, Reznov's been fighting with you, like, fighting alongside you, since, like, I think, like, the 60s? Like, because he believes, like, oh, he's a Soviet defector, right? And, like, he's there every fucking time. He's there after the defector mission. And then you finally see Mason again as Hudson. And Reznov's not there. Reznov doesn't exist. Reznov's been dead since he broke Mason out of jail. He's been fucking dead. And Mason was brainwashed to believe that Reznov was there because Reznov sabotaged his brainwashing so that way Mason would get revenge for him against his enemies, against the men who fucked Reznov over and killed Reznov's best friend, who is the character you played as in World at War. Are you invested yet? Are you invested? Suddenly this plot doesn't seem so fucking stupid now, does it? Suddenly it seems fun and intriguing. And as you're like going through this, as you're like remembering everything, you're breaking through brainwashing. Like it's fucked. It's an experience. It's a ride going through this, and eventually, like Hudson essentially reveals, like, yeah, no, I've been the one interrogating you with another guy you saved named Weaver, and I know you. You're a good man. You would not do these horrible, horrible things. And then you sucker punch him because he's been torturing you for an entire fucking campaign. And you, like, walk through the entirety of the CIA safe house, like, trying to find where Reznov is, because, like, Reznov cannot be dead. Reznov has to be alive. And it's just like, nah, he's fucking dead. You're insane, motherfucker. You were captured, you were tortured, you were brainwashed. And you break through the brainwashing, and Hudson basically spells out for the people that, like, at that point are just, like, so confused as to what's going on. And he's like, hey, dumbass, Reznov's been dead for 5 years. He died at the prison getting you out. Every time you thought he was with you, that was just in your fucked up head. And it finally breaks the brainwashing, and Mason, and this is like the most tragic thing, is that Mason says, like, I trusted him. Like you trusted Reznov. He was your man. He helped you break out of prison. He is so inspirational in the mission of Fortuna. With, like, the whole plan, secure the keys, ascend from darkness, rain fire, all that kind of shit. Playing some Halo? Yeah, because my Dead Space kept crashing. You gotta figure out why. And we're talking Call of Duty Black Ops. And then, like, you fight with him throughout Vietnam. He's your boy. He's your lad. And then you find out, hey, he used you. You were nothing but a pawn to him. A pawn to get his revenge on the people who fucked him over. Who, by the way, are bad people. Like, they're terrible fucking people. But his reaction isn't like, oh, what they're doing is wrong. No, his reaction is, they killed my best friend. I could give less of a fuck what they do. I just want them dead. And it's just, what the fuck? It's genuinely, like, it is plot and storytelling you would never have expected from a Call of Duty. It is genuinely that kind of thing. And no, it does not vindicate the CIA or America, because Reznov does bring up in a flashback, like, hey, the American government is interested in Nova 6. A compound that kills people. It's a chemical weapon. And he directly asks Mason, like, can you trust your leaders to destroy it? Or are they going to use it? The flags may be different, but the ideals and methods are the same. And he's not wrong! He's not wrong! He was loyal to the Soviet Union, and the Soviet Union fucked him over. Because people like Khrushchev, Dragovich, fucked him over. He was the main antagonist of the game. And then he was left to rot in a Russian gulag after fighting in Berlin because he was inconvenient to the Kremlin. And note, when you, like, there's intel that you can find throughout Call of Duty Black Ops that essentially expands upon both real-world events and the campaign itself, like the story that they're telling. And it makes very clear that America is very much interested in Nova 6, not to destroy it, but to use it. So, like, directly saying, like, yeah, no, Reznov is right in that instance, that you can't trust the American government just as much as you can't trust the Soviet one, because both sides want to use a dangerous chemical weapon that can murder billions. And it's just like, am I playing Call of Duty? I thought I was playing Call of Duty, not what the fuck? Black Ops, MK Ultra stuff is this? What the fuck? It is not black and white storytelling. And again, it heavily implies that you are playing the guy that helped kill Kennedy. It is that kind of fucking game. It is a Call of Duty game that actually has an interesting story and interesting characters that you want to learn about and know about and why they are doing what they are doing. With tons of background stuff too! Like, there's tons of background stuff. Like, they put effort into this game. Holy shit. And then Black Ops 2 comes out. And Black Ops 2 is like, hey, we're setting this in 2025. Uh-oh. You're playing as the son of
That's
Mason.
quite a welcome party.
Alex Mason. Okay. And how's this game start? Oh, well, it starts with Frank Woods in a goddamn wheelchair, Mason's best friend who you thought died in Black Ops. And it's just like, oh, is this game gonna be fucking stupid? Is this game gonna be bad? Like, is its plot gonna go over the fucking rails? No! Actually, it delves deeper into the problems that the CIA and much of the Cold War had done to not only countries, but to people. I think I need a medic. Because the main bad guy of, like, the main antagonist of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is a guy named Menendez.
Look out!
And Menendez is only doing what he's doing because the CIA fucked over his family. Like, you jump back from past to present, where you play as Mason, going through, like, the 70s, and I think, like, the 80s, no, he's going through the 70s, I think, yeah. No, he's going through the 80s, sorry. He's going through the 80s in, Black Ops 2, where he fights in Africa, he fights in Afghanistan, like, against the Soviets in Afghanistan, and then you switch over to Woods, and Mason becomes, your supporting character, who plays Woods. And Woods does a very stupid thing because Menendez tortured him. It's the cycle, it's a cycle, basically. The CIA hurt Menendez, so Menendez, of course, fights against America and the CIA.
Let's settle in.
While using the enemies of the CIA
on the other side, sir.
against the U.S. Because he also does not like the Soviets, because the Soviets are the reason why, like, are the reason that America gave to go after his family. So it's like, nah, I don't like you either, but I'll do further what I want. And how Menendez has to, like, open up a cartel. Him and his father open up a cartel, which just leads to the CIA killing his dad. Because he's running a cartel because they lost everything, and now they have to go to crime to fucking survive. And then, like, like, during a raid on Menendez's compound, Woods accidentally kills Menendez's sister. Yeah. Woods accidentally kills Menendez's sister. There was no way that Woods could have known that the girl in the bedroom that Menendez was hanging out in was his sister. There's no way he could have known that. But, like, doesn't matter. He still killed her, even if it was unintentional. And after losing his sister, he goes on this whole revenge quest, faking his death and everything. And then sets up a series of events where Woods, by the way, this is the canon ending, tricks Woods into killing Mason during the invasion of Panama, and reveals, like, yeah, no, I kidnapped Mason's son. Yeah, I kidnapped his son, thanks to my informants within the CIA helping me. Thanks for that, by the way. I also took Hudson captive, and that's how he tricked you into killing Mason. He was using Hudson. And Hudson, still proving why he's a fucking Chad, by the way, is like, no. I betrayed my, like, I was forced to betray my boys. I was forced to betray my boys. No. Kill me. Don't kill Woods. Don't kill Woods. Kill me. I'm the son of a bitch. I'm the son of a bitch. And Menendez kills Hudson. Straight up murders him, slits his throat with the pendant of his sister. And then, to a clearly out of it drunk, Mason's kid, he says, like, hey, the next time you see this pendant, shit's gonna get real, and you're gonna remember this night. You're gonna remember everything. And then leaves a crippled Woods, who, by the way, Menendez took his fucking kneecaps, like, fucking shot them with a shotgun. A SPAS 12, mind you. I don't know how Woods is alive. He should be fucking dead from the trauma of that situation. But he's Woods. He's made of sterner stuff, I guess. And then years later, Mason's kid. We got a ghost inbound. Back up. Like, Mason's kid joins like a special ops group. His name is like Section, like his code name is Section. And Menendez pops up.
Hey, safety's up, sir. Have fun.
Essentially, what's Menendez's plan? What's Menendez's plan? Well, his plan is fuck the US and fuck global superpowers and the global economy. Fuck all of it. So he sets a plan in motion
There are a
to
number of
not
Marines trapped in
only
that building. Concentrate on the raid. They're the
destroy
biggest threat.
the U.S. economy and trust in the U.S., but destroy, like, the militaries of each country.
Got another contact.
which he succeeds in, by the way.
I could have stayed home.
He succeeds in because he wants to run a revolution.
Fall back! Fall back!
He wants to run a revolution where the people rise up and overthrow their government. But the revolution only starts with his death. Because he's got a dead man.
I haven't made up yet.
And when he dies, that's when a video is released on the internet telling his people to rise up. Which then destroys the American government, the Chinese government, essentially just like causes essentially the apocalypse on Earth.
Company. CP's this way.
Which then leads into the events of Black Ops 3, where it reveals,
Sergeant
the events of Black Ops
Come on, I'll
2
show you.
were devastating. But the world still recovered, and a lot of those actions led to us not trusting drones on their own.
I didn't think they'd send us.
But like several other developments in military and civilian technologies that actually benefit us.
Did I give you permission to vent?
But also that like we should have robot soldiers fighting wars. And that like human beings should be like on more specialized operations. And then you're like, okay. That seems understandable. You don't want to risk lives anymore. That's fine. And then Black Ops 4 comes out, doesn't do any story. It's just a fucking Fortnite clone. I fucking hate it. And then Black Ops 5 comes out, Cold War. And it's just like, oh, is this a reboot of fucking Black Ops? Is this just gonna be like a reboot? No! It's not a reboot. It's not a reboot, chat. It's a continuation, but it's a prequel to Call of Duty Black Ops 2, but a sequel to Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Where you're playing as a character named Bell. And you're working with a guy named Adler. And you guys are trying to stop you're trying to stop a plot from a disillusioned fucking Russian, like Soviet general who's trying to trying to set off a nuke in Europe. And you're like, oh shit, okay. And then the game's like, hey, how about you make your own character? Make my own character? You mean Bell? Bell's my, like, I get to make who Bell is? Yeah. We're also introducing a perk system. So, like, this is what your character specializes in. And you get, like, certain, like, abilities and such in the game. Based on what backstory you get them. Oh, cool, that's sick. And you go to the camp. And goes to some kind of like where you are trying to stop this from murdering the world, while Raul Menendez is mentioned a couple of times, fighting alongside Mason. Also, even funnier is that they've now made Modern Warfare canon to Black Ops storyline. So, like, the Modern Warfare remakes, you know, Makarov, all that kind of stuff, Cicea. Yeah, they're canon now. They're canon to this timeline. So, fuck you. And then the other shooters. Your backstory is bullshit. You're a brainwashed Russian agent that was working
Extract the cheat and
brainwashed
return
fuck
to an
the
amber
entire
file.
time. And it's not Perseus who brainwashed you. You were a Soviet agent the entire time. It was America who brainwashed you after finding you half dead because a guy betrayed Perseus and shot you.
We are the arm of the prophets.
And then it was Adler and his team who found you, brought you back to the safe house, and brainwashed you. And that whole thing where you're making your own character, it's just you writing your own brainwashing. It's the story they fucking fed you that you believe because you're brainwashed. We're playing Halo 2, by the way. And so, my lovelies, my friends, it gives you a choice.
Engage active camouflage.
It gives you a
Reveal
fucking
yourselves
choice,
only after the
chat.
Ultra has been in battle with the enemy.
You could either sell out Perseus and tell Adler and the team where he is, because Perseus is revealed to be like a fucking monster, and that he's going to nuke a whole lot of innocent people. He's gonna nuke Europe, but he's gonna use an American nuke to do it.
You're dead! Kill them!
And it's just like, nah, blood. You can either choose to nuke Europe, or you can stop it. And the game gives you plenty of incentive to choose Russia over America. Because instead of just helping you and interrogating you like a normal fucking person, and being like, hey, we know you have problems with us, like, as a country. We understand that. But, like, millions of people do not deserve to die. Kind of a thing. They could have done that, but no! They brainwash you in a fucked up version of MK Ultra. Have you kill people that were your allies and your friends without knowing it for years, and then expect you, after torturing you, to just tell them where your boss is. When they could have just done that from the beginning. And the game does not blame you if you go down that path. If you say, fuck them, fuck this shit, and fuck Adler. And even worse, they pull. Actually, is anyone even hearing me? Is anyone even hear me? Yeah, people are hearing me. They pull, they straight up just, like, they pull a BioShock on you. But instead of would you kindly, do this, it's, hey, Belle, we got a job to do.
This is too much.
And your code name is the fucking trigger word. Because then you hear a bell and it makes you do it. Note, the canon ending is that Belle decides to be a good person, and not nuke Europe. Pussies. Just saying. Just saying. Fucking cowards. Just saying. But yeah, like, and then, you know how the game ends if you choose that path?
The holy warriors of the sacred
You know how the game ends if you choose that path
Why have they sided
where
with
you
these
stop
heretics?
Perseus? You get fucking killed!
Honorable rules.
Belle gets murdered by Adler. Straight up. And Adler's like leads you to a cliffside with like a sunset and everything. Like, Like the sunrise and everything is just like, you did great, kid. You did good. But now I'm asking you for the greatest sacrifice that I could ask you. And it's not like, hey, I need you to like, you're gonna go into hiding or anything, like something like that. Nah, he just straight up unlocks you. Just straight up puts a bullet in your head. Because fuck! And it's just like, what the fuck? And it's even worse because, like, it actually gave you... This is actually a Call of Duty that, they expand upon the Black Ops 3, safe house stuff. Where you talk to people within the safe house. And you actually get to, like, learn about your fellow agents. You get to learn about the characters that you're fighting alongside. And that's really fucking cool! You get to learn, like, a lot of stuff about, like, the agents that you're working with, why they do what they do, why they work with the CIA, what led them down this path, the horrible, fucked up shit that they have to live with for the rest of their lives, and the scars that inevitably come with those things, both physical, mental, and emotionally. And they are just straight up brutally honest about it. And it's done so well, you would not, if I showed it to you, you would not believe it's from a Call of Duty. The acting is done so fucking well, you would not believe me if I told you. Or showed it to you. You would think it was like something else entirely. But no! The voice acting is top quality. And then Black Ops 6 continues that shit. And it's just like, okay, how more fucked up can this get? Oh, this is after Mason's killed. What? Yeah, no, we're just straight up confirming that we killed Mason. Like, the ending in Black Ops 2 is the one where Mason dies. And so they bring back Woods. They bring back Woods in a wheelchair. And yeah. And now Russell is being accused of being involved inside the CIA. So now you, as a new character, have to go essentially like free Adler, prove he's innocent, while also figuring out what about Perseus, because Perseus got away, and this new group that popped up. And yeah. It does not pull its punches.
No one see me now.
And you know what's funny? They bring in a former Stasi. Like a repentant one. And he's become a pacifist. And everything. And it's just like, oh shit, you're serious. Oh shit. What the fuck? I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this at all. Also, basically, the game just confirms, like, yeah, a lot of the shit that's going on in America today, a lot of stuff that the CIA and the American government did during the Cold War, a lot of it wasn't fucking okay. It's very clearly taking a side, and that, like, yeah, no, the Cold War may have been fucked up, but the country that participated in it should have been better. Which I appreciate, by the way.
Quietly now.
I appreciate that they're not trying to fucking justify it.
Prepare yourself.
And it's just, oh, what the fuck? But then they do like the no body, no kill thing, where it's like, oh, the final antagonist of the game, you and her are like, it goes to black before the helicopter hits the ground. No body, no kill. Cuts to like either a couple of weeks or a couple months later, and it's just like, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is coming, and you can't kill people because you need the war zone, which... Why? Just have the balls to kill somebody. Come
Where are
on.
your prophets now?
Please, I'm begging.
Deal with him, my brothers.
I should do a Black Ops marathon on stream. I should do that. Like, play the games in, like, chronological order. That.
Heretics are mobilizing their air forces on this. Get after their leader, but watch
like,
your back.
I do not believe,
one of our bandits support.
Like, is Call of Duty trash? Probably. It's really trash. But, like, it's like trash anime. Trash does not necessarily mean bad. It's like junk food. Junk food is clearly not good for you, but it's tasty as fuck. You can have a good time with it. Where BioShock is the gourmet fucking steak of the late 2000s gaming. Call of Duty is the McDonald's.
We'll take them out one by one until we find the heretic leader.
It's loud, it's obnoxious, yeah, it's probably pretty racist for the fucking, play place. But like, sometimes you just want something like that. You just want like the food. You don't care about what's going on around it. You just want it. And then you want to like drop kick that fucking annoying ass child. Because that kid deserves it. Fuck that kid. Don't take that out of context. Sometimes it is okay to play slop. My mic's like already cranked the fuck up. It is cranked the fuck up. It is cranked the fuck up, chat.
What is it? That stench. I've smelled it.
Now we safe.
My mic is cranked the fuck up. Maybe lower the game volume. Is that better? Is that better? Then turn down the game. Fuck you. Is it better now? Did I fix it?
What happened here?
Or is it just more technical issues on my side that I'm gonna murder somebody over?
Close your jaws, or I shall bite them shut.
Cause Dead Space fucked up, and if I learn that my fucking
Hold your fire.
if I learn that my sound is fucked up again, I'm gonna have a cow.
I'm flattered.
Straight up, I'm gonna have a cow.
You must be close.
And I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Get in line. Stand firm. The flood.
What happened? What did I miss? Apparently, people couldn't hear me, so I probably just ranted for like a good hour about the Black Ops storyline, and no one heard me. Probably. And if that's the case, I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. And I'm just gonna end stream. Because I just went on a long tirade. And if no one heard it,
Follow when our reinforcements.
I'm genuinely gonna be upset. Okay, well, at least some of you heard me and heard my insane ramblings and rants. At least some of you did. I'm sorry to everyone else who didn't. I'm not a sound engineer. It was a really good rant. Like, I just convinced myself to maybe play Call of Duty on fucking stream. Hey, T-Cobb.
Hey.
How you doing?
Gathering resources.
Have you constructed additional pylons?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Good job. I probably just convinced myself to play the Call of Duty series on stream. Black Ops, at least. The good trash.
I mean, the first three are pretty good. I like them.
I will defend the gameplay of number 3. I will not defend the story.
Oh, yeah. No, but the story of the first two is amazing.
Oh, it is. It is. And then, like, number 5 and number 6 are also pretty decent. Except for the ending of 6, which can fuck my nuts.
I haven't played 6.
They have a reformed Stasi in it.
And I doubt they handled that subject well.
They actually did.
Really?
Yeah, like, he talks about it, he's ashamed of it.
Okay.
And he's a pacifist.
Huh. Interesting.
And, like, he actively criticizes the American government's choices on some things and how they handle it.
Huh. I would never expect Call of Duty to handle that subject well.
It's so weird, right? It's just like, what do you mean one of my handlers is a former Stasi? And then you meet him, and the fucker's making a stew, and like you're learning all these things about him, and you're just like, why do I like this man all of a sudden? Aren't you a former Stasi? Oh, yes, I am. And it was a horrible time in my life, and I fucking hated it.
And I'm trying to make up for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to make up for it, but I know, like, I'm not going to be clean. So I have, like, no justification to, like, say, like, oh, I'm morally superior to you.
Oh.
Because, like, we're both working Black Ops here, buddy. Shit sucks.
Oh.
But he's also, like, that sarcastic dick. that you can't help but love.
God damn it, Call of Duty.
It's so wild. And I actually did play the new the Modern Warfare remake.
I played the first two.
I was I never played them because I'm like, nah, you don't you can't do better than the original trilogy of Modern Warfare. Like
they did.
Fuck! I was not expecting what they did in Modern Warfare 1 remake. I was not. Yeah. Chat, Call of Duty's not been willing to go places in its previous games. Like, the farthest I ever thought it would go was the Fall of Berlin and the Battle of Stalingrad. And I'm like, those
I thought the furthest they would go is no Russian.
Oh yeah, like no Russian. Like, that's the farthest I thought they'd ever go. Modern Warfare said, oh, I'm about to make no Russian look like a fucking cakewalk. And I'm like, how are you gonna do that? Well, to start, you're gonna experience a terrorist attack from the other side. What? Yeah, and you're not gonna like experience it like tangentially like you did in Modern Warfare 3, where it was like more of a walking experience. Nah, bitch. You're gonna participate in it and try to stop it. And try to save lives as a first responder.
And then the Modern Warfare 2 remake said, wait, hold my beer, we can one-up this by having mercenaries go door to door executing civilians.
That's not even the worst part. It actively has you play as a child who survived a chemical attack in the Middle East. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I thought I was playing dumb, haha, funny Call of Duty game. Not, hey, here's a really uncomfortable scenario where you're playing as a fucking 6-year-old trying to not get murdered by a Russian soldier. What the fuck, Call of Duty? What is happening?
I hear the Modern Warfare 3 remake is bad.
Oh, it's terrible. It's god awful.
Yeah.
Like apparently there is a scene in it where it's a hijacking and you're playing as a Middle Eastern woman who was just on the plane because she's like trying to get somewhere so that way she can get intel for her friend. But it's Makarov's group, by the way. They're very much hinting, like they're very much like implying that Makarov's group is like the PMC, the Wagner group. Like they have the same emblem and everything. It's not simple.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, also, my problem with it is basically like 90% of the game is just Warzone maps.
It is. But they straight up in this mission, they grab you, and Makarov's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna blow up this plane and blame your country for it, so that way it's easier for me to conduct my plan somewhere else. And then they strap a bomb vest to your chest, and the fucking the mercenary looks at you and says, "Are you a terrorist?" And of course, like, your character goes, "No." Well, you look like one, and then shoves you out there and throws the phone that has the detonator on it.
Oh yeah, that's the scene where you're like fighting the other passengers to try to get to the phone so you can stop it.
Yeah, and they gave you a gun that's unloaded.
Yeah, and they think you're a terrorist, so they start trying to fight you. Even though you're trying to stop it.
And it's just like, what the fuck? It also led to the infamous meme, V for Makarov. Which is just like, you're just shoving him. Fuck, I guess. Don't play Modern Warfare 3, it's bad. In fact,
the first two remakes are amazing. I love them.
Blizzard Activision, how about you let these people fucking cook? Stop fucking Warzone, because Warzone is stupid. and cringe and smelly.
You're trying to copy Escape from Tarkov very badly.
Free my boys, Raven Software. They deserve better.
They have proven they can make an amazing story.
How do you make fighting a necromancer awesome in Call of Duty?
And make it make sense,
And
too.
make it make sense! It's so dumb!
You're sitting there like, oh, this makes sense. Okay, I'm down. Let's go.
Like, chat, again, Call of Duty is very clearly junk food. But just because it's garbage does not mean it's bad. It can be fun. It can be entertaining. And you could say, oh, well, you're an easily entertained shill. Yes, I am!
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy who found Battlefront 2's multiplayer, although flawed in many ways, to still be fun. Who wants to run, like, a night where we all, like, download Battlefront 2, EA's Battlefront 2, and play it together as a community. Because I thought that would be fun. It would be a bonding experience between me and all of you, where I can learn to hate one of you for being a sniper. And you could all hate me because I like playing the Death Trooper. I'm that kind of person. You give me something fun, I will enjoy it. And then my friends are just like, why don't you play Slay the Princess? And I'm like, because that game depresses me. And I don't want to be sad anymore. But it's a good game. I don't doubt that. As I said, I just don't want to be depressed.
Too bad.
Like, I told Coming Soon Entertainment, like, if you were gonna make me play Slay the Princess, you'd have to tie me down and force me to do it.
Okay.
You're not making me play a TCOM.
This can be arranged.
It's not happening.
I can arrange to have you kidnapped and forced to play it.
Don't do it.
I know people.
Don't do it. Gentlemen, can we fucking go, please? I would like to leave.
No.
Fine, fuck you too. Be trapped in there. Die with the flood! Well, welcome to Saturday Afternoon Gaming with Announcer of Games, where I just rant and tirade because my fucking Dead Space game decided that crashing on me would be more entertaining.
I still need to play the remake.
It's good. It's one of those games where it's like, you can play the original, and the original's still good, but like if you play the remake, it's good on its own too. Like, I would not say one is better than the other. But like, I would clearly play the remake over the original because of the fucking microtransactions. Like, that's just how good the remake is.
Huh.
And the remake gives added context. But, where I will say the original did better was the acting and the characters.
Or, you know, lack thereof from Isaac.
Yeah. Like, Isaac is great. Isaac and Nicole are great. It's Kendra, Hammond, and the doctor character that are... Like, Kleiner, Hammond, and Kendra are like, this is clearly the worst versions of them. But then like Isaac, Nicole, and the Insane Doctor are really great. Like the guy who creates the Regenerator. And
oh, how is fighting that in the remake? Because
it's much better. It's much better.
Oh,
in the
thank
remake.
God! I fucking hated doing that in the original.
There are clear spaces where the hunter will not chase you.
From the storm, but you
and
is it better at telling you how to fight it?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because they don't tell you at all in the original.
will never break.
It's very frustrating.
We shall force him out. How? The cable.
And they confirmed the theory that the fans had for years about where the thing came from.
The marker?
The Regenerator?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they confirmed that it was Patient Zero on the colony.
I doubt the cable can withstand its bite.
Like the first guy, like the guy who was like the first murderer on the colony, they confirmed it was him. Which I think is great.
I need to reread the Altman book. That was such a good one. Probably one of the only good Dead Space books.
They had a comic.
About Altman?
Not about Altman, but about like the colony that the Ishimura had on planet.
Ah.
I'd say the art style was pretty good for Dead Space, at least.
What do you think about the movies?
The movies.
You got the body horror down at least in the movies.
I will say this about the movies. They're very much late 2007, like they're very much late 2000s animated game movies. I'll say that.
Yeah, they are. The body horror is good.
The body horror is good. And then you watch Dead Space Downfall, and you're just like, what's the point of this story again? Oh, it's just to explain why one of the major characters of Dead Space 2 is here? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Is it good? No.
One final cable officer.
Oh, is it well animated? No.
No.
How bad is it? Late 2000s 3D animation. Not like studio quality, but like very clearly 90s reboot looks better.
Titan AE. If anyone remembers that.
No one but me and you is gonna remember that.
But at least Titan AE had a good story. Shitty animation, but at least had a good story for it.
I'm on
an amazing voice acting cast.
I remember Titan AE. Yeah, because you're old like me and T-Com.
Yeah.
I remember having to write papers on Titan AE. Yeah, get this, chat. For fucking science class, I had to talk about Titan AE and answer questions about, like, terraforming and DNA analysis and everything.
What?
Yeah, I had to do, like, that was one of our science classes. We had to do, like, a paper on that. Like, how feasible is that shit?
Nuke Mars.
Nuke Mars?
Yes.
I don't know how credible the theory of nuking Mars is.
So there's some actual basis to it. The problem is with that plan is that Mars doesn't have a a magnetic field or a thick enough atmosphere so all the water you're generating by nuking the poles
will just be evaporated instantly.
Yeah, it's just gonna boil away.
Cause like, isn't Mars like incredibly fucking hot?
Radioactive.
That's just a given.
Yeah.
No, like the only reason we're not cooking alive is because we have a magnetic field.
Yeah.
Also, why did I have to do a paper on that? I don't know. Because my teacher was like trying to teach us about like how magnetic fields work and everything. And why terraforming is a lot more complicated than a lot of people make it out to be.
What grade was this for?
Grade 8.
Seems a little advanced for an 8th grade science project. Something like a high school or an AP thing would do.
My science / math teacher was the kind of guy who's like, junior high and teenagers are smarter than you give them credit for, and you need to start treating them like that kind of thing.
Okay, fair enough.
He was also the kind of guy to throw chairs at people.
Ow. Well, I am a fan of throwing chairs at people. You don't do that to children.
He was also the guy who would, like, hit you with a Hulk fist.
And he wasn't fired?
Yes.
Canadian school system, what are you doing?
More specifically, Alberta, how fucked up is your education system that you can't fire this man? That's the question we should be asking here. I remember him very well because of like 2 things that happened in that class. The first one was I was talking with this this new girl that came to our school. Very nice girl. And me and her were talking, and he saw me like nod my head down kind of a thing, right? And I was just nodding to what she was saying, but from his perspective, he thought I was looking at her chest, right?
Oh, okay, I see where this is going.
So he said, hey, Bilodeau and fucking, girl and guy, like my name and, her name.
Yeah.
It's like, stop looking at her chest and focus on the board, please. And I was embarrassed because I wasn't actually looking at her chest. But she was laughing so hard. And like, it was just like contagious laughter. You couldn't help but laugh with her, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I remember that. And then the next thing I remember was the infamous story I think I've told like once or twice, like a few times maybe. But chat, my school was very complicated. A lot of shit happened in it. We had a student who was, to put it mildly, not living in the best home life kind of a thing, right?
I don't know what to say.
And she... You know, like how you have, like, the voice in your head that tells you, don't say that, don't ask that. That kind of thing?
Oh, I killed that voice a long time ago.
She doesn't have that voice. And so, I was assigned to her group in math class. And me and the other guy who are working together on this math problem are like working it out. She is sitting there, not helping. And then all of a sudden, out from her mouth is, "Hey, announcer, Do you masturbate? In the middle of class, where it's mostly dead quiet because everyone's like whispering and trying to like figure out the problem. And all I can do is stare at this woman, this girl, and I turn my head to see everybody else staring back. And then I turn my head to the teacher because I don't know what to fucking do here. How do you respond to that? How do you answer this question without answering the question? And I can't tell if this was the girl trying to fuck with me, flirt with me. I don't know. All I can tell is that this was a very shitty time for both of us. And I look at my teacher. I look at this man who throws chairs at people for asking quote-unquote stupid-ass questions. And all I see is him doing the motion with his hand to cut off the conversation. That I was an unwilling participant in.
That's it.
And in my infinite wisdom, do you know what I said? Would you like
Yes.
What did I say, T-Com?
You said yes.
No, I did not say that.
Here comes that ride.
I said, and I quote, no, and even if I did, why would I tell you?
Okay, yeah, that's a fair response.
I've gotten mixed reactions about that response.
There's a big building in the middle of this island
No,
lake.
that's completely fair.
I saw it too. It looked like a temple. If I were a megalomaniac, and I'm not,
Chat,
that,
if you ever have the person that was dubbed the crazy bitch at your workplace or your school asks you that question, the best response is to just say, why the fuck would you ask that? I just sat down. Doesn't matter if you've been sitting for
Fuck
hours.
starts a conversation like that?
Hey, don't worry.
The good old Family Guy meme.
Yep. Like, genuinely, just try to move the conversation off of you as fast as possible. Because there is no area in hell where... There's no area in hell where you can come off good in that situation. And, listen, doing that kind of stuff, doing the self-pleasure kind of stuff is completely natural, but at the same time, like, you don't want to talk about it. Unless it's like with a group of very good friends that you trust with your life.
To quote Bo Burnham, it's completely natural and the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Don't let it go to your head.
So, like, if someone asks you, and they are not, like, your friend, or a trusted confidant, or your partner, just say, like, why the fuck are you asking that?
Or a doctor.
Or a doctor.
Because there might be a medical reason why they're asking.
Yeah, if it's, like, please always be honest with your doctor. They're not there to stab you in the neck and betray you. They're genuinely there to help.
Unless you're in Texas.
Unless you're in Texas. Which in that case, a lot of fucked up shit happens in Texas.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you move Operation Paperclip over there. I mean, what?
Oh, don't worry. We are trying to get rid of our lieutenant governor and governor right now.
Greg Abbott.
Yeah, and the lieutenant governor.
What they do now?
Well, the lieutenant governor is trying to ban all THC sales, despite it being like in the state of Texas alone, a $12 billion industry. because he is very much of the generation that was like, oh, marijuana is bad and of the devil and it's gonna make you go crazy kind of person.
I don't want to hear it from the guy who huffs glue. From the generation like huffs glue and swallows fucking lead.
Thought meth was a good idea.
Who thought meth was a good idea? But yeah, like, where the fuck is this stream? What the fuck is this stream, dude? I went from talking about like how the weird TikTok comments I got to the plot of Dead Space to Call of Duty. That Call of Duty conversation carried me through like the entirety of like the 2 city levels of Halo 2. Holy shit. What the fuck? To this. What the fuck? And then I gotta paint more of Lucius later.
Leopard print.
No. Have you seen the Lucius model? Hell no.
Yes. Come on, at least give him leopard print underwear.
He doesn't have underwear, but he does wear a fucking, oh, what's it called?
Corset?
Corset. Why does he have a corset?
He's
like,
Lucius?
I'm asking as someone who's painting, right? Not like, it's Emperor's Children, they can do whatever the fuck they want. It's entirely like, god damn it, this throws me off so hard. Because, like, I just want to paint the model. But now, I gotta take a corset into account with the fucking strings! And, it's like, oh, it just makes it harder. It just makes painting him harder. I gotta trust the process. Trust the fucking process, chat. And then later on tonight, after I'm done painting for a bit, like, I'm gonna take a break from my computer, paint, watch stuff on the TV as I paint. Come back, work on the video, and then call it a night when Phoenix gets home. Because Phoenix gets home late, and I just like, I need something to do to keep my brain distracted, so I don't go fucking insane.
Going insane is fun. Never be alone if you go insane.
The voices in your head will keep company.
Exactly.
Also, I might not stream tomorrow. I might just take a break. Give my voice some time to recuperate, work on the video a little bit more, and then like full tilt sprint the video on Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully get it on Patreon, out on Patreon for Tuesday.
Sandfly's base. Where's that? Let me turn this in.
True patriotism on treads. What?
Oh, the tank.
Careful, we're coming up on another structure.
I hope you don't think I'm American, by the way. I'm not.
You don't have to. You don't have to be American to be patriotic.
I know, but like usually I only hear like patriotism from like America and Russia and such. And again, like I'm still, like people are still learning I'm fucking Canadian.
You kind of make that very clear.
Yeah, I make it like abundantly clear, and people are still like, "Wait, you're Canadian?" I'm like, "Yes." Are you fucking deaf?
You don't have the accent most people think.
Oh, because I'm not speaking like a fucking Eastern Canadian, eh? I'm not speaking like the characters from Letterkenny. Got it. I should get my father to teach me Eastern Canadian accent.
You don't sound like you're from Minnesota.
Nah, it's all good. I'm just making a joke about the tank. Okay. I'm just like, ah! There's so many people who brought that up before. It's just like, wait, you're not American? No! I'm a filthy Canuck! The people who say pitter patter, let's get at her. Oh, Jesus!
I say that every once in a while.
Pitter patter? Definitely not that type. I knew you were Canadian. Yay! People are learning. And that makes me happy, chat.
They're all pouring out of the middle. Let's get in there.
Thank you, Wonder.
Trusted it for the heart.
Hey, jackass.
Just making things worse. It's gonna grow here.
Now we're warm.
Yeah, I'll check to see the price of like the Black Ops games on like PC. Hopefully they're not like critically expensive.
Oh, come on, sir. That was mine.
Like I know like Black Ops like Cold War and I know Black Ops Cold War is fucking expensive, and so is Call of Duty 6. But like hopefully maybe Black Ops 1 isn't, and Black Ops 2 isn't. And I can play them on PC, so that way I don't need to sit on my Xbox One, wait for Black Ops 1 to download. It's slow-ass download on my Generation 1 Xbox One. That still works! I do have a question about Warhammer if you're accepting questions. Ask away.
Yeah.
I'm always happy to answer questions. So long as they don't make me want to kill myself. Also, if it's a question about who would win the Flood or 40K, I'm gonna hurt somebody.
It's a flood. It's a flood. It's always a flood.
It's always a flood.
Right away, sir.
Yeah, ask away.
You always bring me to such nice places.
Black Ops 1 is $39 on Steam. Is that in Canadian?
I got a bloodthirsty side. You got it.
Is that in Canadian?
I would have been your daddy, but that dog bit you over the fence.
So I've been listening to Horse Heresy audiobooks. Angron talked about Red and Black twists in Book 9. Just wondering what they are and if they are brought up again. Oh god, that's a deep one. Like that's... Ooh. Book 9. What was book 9?
I don't remember.
Fuck, I might have to... Shit. Give me a moment. I gotta remember the fucking timeline now. Give me a sec. Horus Heresy book order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you mean Tales of Heresy? Shit. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I don't remember Tales of Heresy outside of the Church of the Lightning Stone. Oh, fuck.
Church of the Lightning Stone. Isn't that the short story?
Yeah, I have the book right here. I have...
Yeah, that's a short story about the,
Oh, it's when Angron met
Emperor...
his... Yeah, by the way, I have proof that the book's right here. Give me a minute. It's when Angron met his legion. Wolf at the Door, Signs of the Storm, The Voice, Call of the Lion, The Last Church, Blood Games, After Desha. Is it Wolf at the Door? I feel like it's Wolf at the Door. I don't remember. I'm sorry. This is the one question. I feel I asked the weirdest in Vegas question. No, you didn't. It's
There's just a lot of vague shit about 40K.
Yeah, it's It's not Wolf at the Door. Wolf at the Door is the fucking one where it's like they show up. And like the Space will show up to a planet free from the Dark Eldar. And they're like, yeah, you guys are gonna join the Imperium now, right? And the people go like, the fuck no. We want like to experience freedom and what it's like to not be murdered by Dark Eldar and like be ruled over for a couple of years. Can we have that? And the Space Wolves nuke the fucking planet. So how fucking dare you? Might be Signs of the Storm 159. Nope, that's just Word Bears being Word Bears, the short story. The Voice? 211? Nope. Sisters of Silence. The Lion? Is it the Lion? Ah!
It's a second Legion Primarch.
After Desha. Let me see. I just need to find... I'm sorry. This is driving me nuts. Why the fuck do I even... Alright. You're asking about twists, right? Talked about red and black twists. Okay, red and black twists. Okay, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. Warrior made, warrior garbed. For a moment, the grip. Fight me. Sorry, I'm looking through all this, and I'm just like, I'm trying to find what you're asking. This is rough. Because I'm just reading, I'm just like trying to read through Angron and Karn, like Karn basically convincing Angron to lead the Legion. That's basically what I'm reading through here. Like, that's what the short story is. But I'm trying to find the thing you're asking about. Like, I understand they have meanings of victory and failure, I just don't know what they are. Oh, okay, so... Black and red, okay. So... Physically, Angron has a device wired into his brain called the Butcher's Nails that drive the poor fucker insane. Like,
he's not feeling anger, it causes him severe pain.
Yeah, and it only stops if he kills people. Which I don't know how a machine that's embedded in your fucking skull registers kills. But here we are, I guess.
It's 40k.
It's 40k. Bullshit science. Anyway. So, for those that don't know, Angron's backstory is that he wound up on a planet where essentially it was gladiatorial combat. It was a slave planet, and the people, like the nobles of the planet, enslaved him and put him to fight fellow slaves in the gladiatorial pits. And it didn't end well for a lot of people.
He eventually rises up and starts a revolution.
Yeah, he starts a revolution, but it's unlike a lot of his brothers who had the advantage of time, place, allies, and usually a lot of military presence to help. He didn't. He had a lot of he had malnourished and insane slaves at his beck and call. And
most of them also had the Butcher's Nails.
Yeah, and they got crushed handily. It led to Angron going to make his final stand in a mountain pass, and that's when the Emperor arrived. And the Emperor was like, hey, you're my son, kind of thing, and you are destined for greater things elsewhere, so come along with me. Come along with me. And Angron said, no, I want to die here with my brothers and sisters. And the Emperor said...
Or send down forces to help me.
Yeah, or send down forces to help me. The Emperor didn't do either. He just kidnapped Angron the eve before battle, and all of Angron's friends got slaughtered.
Because I think the reason was it was a manufacturing planet that the Emperor really wanted.
No,
he struck a deal.
No, he didn't strike a deal. There was no point. The planet was worthless, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Like, there were bigger fish to fry kind of a thing. And it's one of those moments where, like, the Emperor is an idiot. And, Angron reasonably is upset.
Yeah.
And, after being knocked out by the Emperor, he stays in his room and refuses to come out. Leading to the Emperor, who had already given up at this point, saying, and I quote, "You fuckers figure it out. I gotta get back to work." And then left. And the Legion command went in one by one to try and convince Angron, hey, Dad, could you lead us, please? Please?
Did he kill?
He killed a lot of them. Yeah,
Karn that finally convinced him, I think.
I believe the number is he worked through, like, half the Legion's command structure before Karn went in. It was not good. Let's put it that way. A lot of people died for no good reason. And when Karn goes in, he does not make the mistake of saying, "Hey, lead us." He is trying to convince Angron of the Warhound's honor. And he goes on to say, like, because Karn is genuinely fascinated with Angron after hearing his story and everything. Hearing the story of the slave revolt and everything. And it comes down to how Karn wishes he could have fought with them. That he could have fought beside them. Actual true warriors who would fight tooth and nail to the end. And how he wished he had a tenth of that courage. And that's what speaks to Angron. He's not talking about, like, the pride of the Warhounds. He's not talking about, oh, how superior the Warhounds are as warriors.
You were made to lead us.
Yeah, you were made to lead us. He's not referring to any of that bullshit, because that's not what Angron wants to hear. He is honoring Angron's brothers and sisters, who he's fought alongside with for years, and who he did not get the right to die beside them. So, the whole, like, thing of Black and Red is them talking about, A, the butcher's nails inside Angron's head, because the wires are black. He's covered in red, because, like, he's been murdering people for, like, months straight. Probably feasting on their corpses, too. Because, like, he didn't come out for food. The red sands of Nuceria. And just essentially how Karn does not want the Warhounds. Like, he tells Angron, then we are not the Emperor's hounds of war. We shall be your eaters of worlds. Make us like them. Teach us to be like them.
And then they thought it was a good idea to install the butcher's nails.
Yeah, and then they thought it was a great idea to install the thing that was killing the Primarch into the heads of all their soldiers.
Just to be more like him.
It truly was a terrible idea.
Angron's story is just a tragedy.
Yeah, he's... Note, do not try to rationalize what Angron does. Do not, like, try to be, like, you can be sympathetic and empathetic to what happened to him.
Yeah.
He still chooses to engage in horrible actions and acts. It is still very much a choice that he does.
Well, even if he didn't have the butcher's nails, he still would have been murdering everybody around him.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was designed to do.
But yeah, that's essentially the short story in a nutshell. It is the story of how Karn and Angron came to understand one another. And how
Karn's just a chill dude.
And how Karn became his equerry.
Karn's just an awesome dude.
Yeah, you very much, yeah, pretty much, Crowfedge. That's essentially how it plays out. But yeah, any other 40k questions that anyone has before I end stream today? Thank you, that explains it much better. What's going on? We just got done talking about World Eater stuff. Anyone got any other 40k questions? Thank you for the explanation, boss. You're welcome. I just didn't remember the short story's name. That was the conversation. Thanks for the lore. What are the Thousand Sons like to play? Okay.
Do you like a lot of min-maxing?
Do you like spell casting and using those spells to put you in positions of strength? Because the current way how Thousand Sons play, we're very much we're not as aggressive as you think we are, because a lot of people, when they see Space Marine armies, they think aggressive. Thousand Sons are not aggressive. They're very much, you're a backline to midline army who can brawl in the middle, but you don't want to overextend. Because your spell casting is very limited to one target at a time. So, you can either spread out the spells. So, like, I cast a spell on this unit to make sure, like, anything shooting at it gets rerolls. I cast a spell on this unit to increase the armor penetration of that target. On that target, I throw out this spell on one of my units to move them into a better position, or move them away from an enemy unit that is threatening them. Or get them on a objective that I desperately need. Or, the last one, which is just a free set of damage. Which you will be using that one a lot on tanks and on monsters. Because Thousand Sons, unless you're bringing vehicles or our new robots, lacked a lot of anti-armor presence. Like, you would not believe how much of a fucking uphill battle it was during the tournament, where I struggled against armored units. And I had to desperately spam Doombolt time and time again to kill shit. Reliably. Because our rubrics and, like, our melee, like, our strongest melee weapon, on average, is a strength 6 staff. Which is okay, but if your rubric squads are in melee, something has gone very badly wrong. You do not want to be in melee unless you're using them to, like, bog someone down. Don't underestimate your tankiness. Do not underestimate your tankiness, because Thousand Sons are tanky. They're just not tanky in the way of Death Guard. Where Death Guard have high toughness, Thousand Sons have better armor.
Yeah.
Do not underestimate that 5-up invulnerable save on your rubrics or the 4-up save on your Terminators. Those things are great.
Make use of cover, especially for your sorcerers.
Oh yeah, make extensive use of it. Essentially, the idea is for Thousand Sons, you are not a sword, you are not a hammer, you are a trickster. You are the person that is planting their feet and really threat assessing as you play. So
You're Loki.
Yeah, you're Loki. You're not Thor, you're not Odin, you're Loki. Be smart. Pick your fights. And if you can kill something and guarantee your unit will not be killed in a reprisal, do it. That is the best advice I can give for Thousand Sons.
Another piece of advice. If you are going to be turning an objective into just a brawl fest, don't. Just fall back.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose that fight.
Yeah, so the one thing as well that Thousand Sons can't do is War of Attrition. You can tank out a lot, but you rely heavily on your psychers, your wizards, your sorcerers. You rely heavily upon them. Do not spend them if you do not have to. If it's safer to just let your opponent have the objective for a turn, just do it. It is okay to back up it's okay to back up if you know you can't hold it. And again, Thousand Sons melee, really trash. The only good melee unit we have is the Rubric Terminators, and they're only strength 5. Like, they need a Sorcerer and Terminator armor to really increase that effectiveness.
My baseline Custodes are beating your Terminators.
Yeah.
In melee combat.
Yeah. They did make Zangors way better, by the way. But you're not using Zangors for melee, you're using them for objective hopping. Because they have what we call sticky. So basically, they take the objective remains under your control even when they're gone.
Actually, I have a good comparison. You're kind of in that weird in-between place of Dark Eldar and Space Marines. Like a traditional Space Marine army.
Yeah. That's actually an apt comparison. You're not as fragile as them, but you lack the stopping power.
Yeah.
but you have the tricks of the Dark Eldar while having the strength and toughness of Marines.
But you don't do both exceptionally well.
Yeah. So, essentially, be smart, plan out your turn, threat prioritization is massive. If it's like a chaff unit, don't worry about it. If it's like a big unit like Death Shroud Terminators, that's the thing you need to kill.
Yeah. Focus on characters and elite models.
Yeah, like that's the best advice as a Thousand Suns player to another. Right now, if you want my advice on a good detachment, especially since you just bought the Combat Patrol, the Mutant Detachment is really fun. The standard detachment that we have is very much you use like these special spells like once per game. You get 3 and you only can use them once per game, but they're very powerful. Rubric Phalanx is very good for beginners because it teaches you how to use your rubrics more effectively. But our best one, in my opinion, is the armored detachment. Because
I was about to ask, do you guys have an armored detachment?
You know the Space Marine armored detachment?
Yeah. Is it just that?
It's that, but better.
How is it better?
So it's the same thing. When your vehicles make an attack, they get to reroll 1 hit roll, or 1 wound roll, or 1 damage roll. But if you have a Psyker nearby within 6 inches, it's reroll 1 miss, 1 wound, and 1 damage. Instead of you pick 1, you get all 3. So the idea is that you get 3 cheap Zangor Enlightened, you park them behind your vehicles, and you just have a laugh. Especially since, like, I do not know why, but they made Defiler so much better for Chaos. Like, World Eater Defilers get to, either shoot and or charge a unit that arrives, like, from Deep Strike or from reserves. Death Guard 1, I don't remember what Death Guard do, but the Death Guard 1 was good. The Thousand Suns one, if you are he hits on 5s in Overwatch, and if he has a Psyker nearby, he hits on 4s in Overwatch. While keeping his scuttling mechanic, which is if a terrain piece is 4 inches or smaller, he just walks over it. The Defiler for Death Guard, if they hit something in your shooting phase, pick one of the targets that they hit, that unit cannot receive the benefit of cover.
Necro, what kind of Tyranid army are you going? Monsters, Nids?
Ooh, monsters
warriors?
are fun. Monsters are fun. Also, I think we'll raid into Mitsuki. Yeah, we'll raid into Mitsuki. Once we're done answering, like, these questions and such. Currently, I only have the minis from the Leviathan set, but I haven't decided what I want to do in total. That's fair.
Yeah, that's a good starting.
Yeah, the Leviathan box is perfect because it has a good mix of both, of swarms and monsters. So it'll let you get used to either wanting to run like hundreds of little Griblies, or with like a few smart bugs around to like lead them, or just run giants, just run kaijus. Because those are fun too.
Just run Hierophants.
I think I'm either well like this or not. Well, like, play a few games. This is now the thing about 40K is that I have met plenty of people who either love the game or are just like, this game it's just not for me.
Yeah. No, not gonna say it. Because that would be plugging a company on your stream. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
What's the company?
What's their name? I don't remember their name, but they'll actually buy your old models.
Maybe not plug them until I can look into it, right?
Yeah, I'll send you a link to them.
The Hive Chrome looks sick. Oh, yeah.
I just need to find them.
But yeah, we're going to raid into my friend Mitsuki Wizard. Because they are streaming right now. And I want a break from my computer because I'm dying of heat in this office. And I've been streaming for 3 hours. Thanks for streaming. You're welcome. And I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. I know I said on the schedule I probably would, but I'm probably not, because I have a friend who I haven't hung out with in a bit because of some personal stuff in his life that took precedent, and I kind of want to hang out with him and spend time with him. So, yeah. I will talk to you all hopefully Wednesday. And thank you for answering my vague question. No problem. I'm sorry that I was like, what are we talking about? What?
Kind of what we do.
It's kind of what we do. We figure it out.
Questions.
Yeah, we answer vague questions. Or questions that annoy the fuck out of me or make me go on a rant.
There you go. There's a link.
And we're going to kill this bot quick. Because it's a bot.
What? I know don't expect much from bot usernames, but what the fuck is that username?
Humble Betrayer.
Humble Betrayers W3X.
What the fuck? Alright, chat, get your emotes ready. Get yourself ready to raid into our friend Mitsuki Wizard. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Good night, everybody.